Oh, hi there.
Hello, how you guys doing? My name is Nick Raxigar. We're with Bad Luck Prodigy.
Philip, did you say hey mom?
Yeah.
Christian Betsy, what's up?
Say hey mom.
Hey mom.
Hey mom and dad. So, we're actually out here in front of Satellite Studios. Can they see it?
Right there.
Wait.
Here, no. Here. Right here. There you go. Perfect.
There? Okay, cool. Yeah, Satellite Studios. This is where all the magic happens. We recorded our past 2 EPs here. Our first EP sucked. I don't really recommend it. Don't look it up. The new EP Enlightenment is fantastic. So this is like a little hallway right here. There's some CDs he's done. Check this out. There's no light on. There's a light. There we go. These are all like his glorious stuff, and it's behind like 2 to 3 years. So just keep that in mind. There's a lot more going on. So this is where the magic happens. This is the control room. This is where we sit and talk about stuff. There's Mr. JR, producer, the man of the J. So there's Homer. Okay. He's the one that decides if the track's good or not, and for the most part, he doesn't like the freaking tracks. So this is where all the recording goes down. This is the set. We use typically orange guitars and orange amps and Marshall amps for all the Philips stuff. All Christian's drums are done here with the B&W, the drums DW, the carrying regulator, and basically isn't all that important, so I don't really have anything to show you. Okay, cool. Hi, my name is Nick.
I'm Philip.
I'm Christian.
I'm JR, the producer.
Oh man, JR, I think he takes what we have and he puts it to like this whole nother level that we have like no vision to see.
I think working with JR it's okay, so the way JR works is like he first and foremost thinks of how is he gonna make the product, we're building, how is he gonna make it, not only like a fun process, but like he really cares about the outcome of like everything. He doesn't just care about like, give me the money, and I'm not just saying that just because it's right here. I'm actually like he really deeply cares about the product, and he makes sure first and foremost that the product is gonna be good. It's gonna be alive. It's gonna be what we want.
Take 2.
Dude. My favorite track, that's really tough. And
I'd say take this back. Yeah. I think it's the most natural. Like that song was like,
ooh, that came together really quickly.
It just came together, and I mean, so did a little bit of Love as well. But take this back. It was just like it required no extra crazy work. We just had it. That was just us. Like that was who we got right there.
I personally think that A Little Bit of Love was my favorite. I mean,
yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
That's just
my legs hurt looking like that.
Yeah, he doesn't stop. Yeah, and it's just it's crazy. We wrote A Little Bit of Love in what 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We got a text from JR and it was like, hey guys, you should do something like among like 120, 5 beats per measure. 127 beats per measure, and it was like, okay, yeah, cool. And like, he's like, yo, dude, check this out. And then I was like, right in my head, like, I just heard it, and I was like, dude, that's it. Put it together, and that's how it works.
From a producer standpoint, my favorite track to work on was, and it wasn't even close compared to California, just because if you listen to the track, it's got a lot of EV in it. Let's just say 90% of that track is him.
The orchestra the
orchestra, and I had Christian play the drums like he was playing orchestral percussion.
Weren't the lights out in here? All the lights?
And we turned the lights out during tracking, and basically I got a demo of just them
singing with an acoustic guitar playing, and they said, "JR, go nuts," and okay, and then
the song wasn't even ready when we came in.
we just kind of got together just to see what happens, and we all finished with this epic track that we're all. I mean, even I was surprised on how well it came out, and so. But it was a great song to begin with.
Oh, absolutely. That song is crazy, man.
It was controversial.
Yeah, exactly. The idea of creating that song, that was the purpose of creating that song. We meant for it to be controversial. We meant for people to be angry and say, "Oh, I don't agree with you. I don't agree with this song. I don't agree with this video." I mean, so really, we're kind of glad. The more people that hate the song, the better.
Yeah, they blocked it off Facebook actually for a while. I mean, we can't, but the thing is, that song came together when all of the attacks just happened. And we were just sitting there I was in shock because it was just I'd never seen so much hate amongst certain groups of people just because of all this crazy warfare and political agendas and stuff. And it was just geez, man, it's just not fun. It's just dude, this is just not cool, man. It's just that's what we meant the song to be about. We want people to really just be comfortable and being open about we're all humans, you know what I'm saying? We gotta love each other, we all gotta stay together. Go ahead, please.
I think,
I'll take the blame for that one.
Yeah, no. I think if there's anyone to blame, it's JR. Just
in a good way.
Just mainly because when we came into the studio, our idea was, Nick, when growing up, he was very heavily influenced with Green Day. I met Nick. I was very heavily influenced with Blink-182. MCR.
Yeah.
We
went back even
bands.
more.
And when we went to the studio, we had the idea of being a pop punk band. That's because really that was our roots. That's what we grew to learn. That's really all we knew. As soon as we met JR, he started introducing us to different local bands. He really actually got us into the local scene. He got us into low, what's the word for it?
More underground artists.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, not what you hear on the radio.
And then, so that's kind of just what influenced us.
Yeah, and even for me, there was this period of time where I just stopped listening to music. It was weird. I didn't pop in my favorite bands anymore. I didn't listen to my favorite artists anymore because I felt like I was just so dictated by what I listened to. So it was I write this song and it's oh great, well this sounds like Green Day. Oh great, well this sounds like Blink. Oh great, well this sounds like whoever. And it was I just stopped listening to music for a while. And then next thing I know, I came in, I had these songs that were just totally out of anything I never knew that there was capabilities of. And I think the same thing with him when me and him got together, and then when Christian brought the beats in, we just got some out of world stuff. And real talk, he really drives a lot of our new songs with his drum beats. A Little Bit of Love is a prime example. It's crazy.
Hip hop has a lot of influence to do as well.
Yeah, we listen to a lot of hip hop. It's crazy, A lot of our friends listen to it, so it just kind of comes around us, and
it's really hard, especially in Houston, Texas, to be a rock band in a high school, just because generally people are listening to Kendrick Lamar, Drake, Lil Wayne. Do people still listen to Lil Wayne?
He lost some, won some.
But the idea was we were trying to change our
you have to make rock a little bit more modern.
Exactly.
The thing is it's a genre. The thing is, genres are gonna die and they're gonna come back to life again in a whole new way. And and I personally, I just haven't seen a lot of good rock bands that we've listened to come up. I mean, we recently one of my most notable bands that I think is coming up from the underground is Water Parks. They're awesome. Mad respect to those guys. And I'm proud of that. I say, okay, that's good. So that kind of music's still kind of in demand, but. A lot of good punk rock, a lot of good, everything is just, it's not there, you know what I mean? It's just gone, so it's we gotta, the reason why is because it got so typical. Everyone knows a pop punk song from that one freaking chord sequence that they always use. And then it's now you gotta change that up. You gotta add these new elements, new sounds. We have, an array of sounds that he has access to of just millions of different things that can be put into a song to make it sound crazy and different. And that's that whole idea. It's just revolution.
You explained that really well.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I guess so. I'm actually proud of that one.
Good job, man.
From my standpoint, when we met for pre-production on this album, I encouraged them to think outside of the pop punk box a little bit, experiment with new things, listen to new kinds of music. But at the end of the day, I told them the most important thing is you have to love the music that you're doing, because if you don't love it, first and foremost, the audience won't. Mm-hmm. And so we think we have with this record songs that we all love and love to play. They're just full of energy. So that's the most important thing. It's more important than following trends and trying to be just like another band. I mean, the most important thing is for them to love the music they play, and I think they do with this album.
Yeah, big time, man. We wrote some crazy stuff. It's absolutely wild.
I think Christian should take that one, actually.
No.
Okay, I mean, I think the goal is, we just want to reach new people. I mean, we went to a small high school, so like all of our friends know us. I mean, they all know us. I mean, it's like everyone knows about Prodigy for what we do, and they love listening to our music. And it's like we're so blessed for that fan base out of our good friends. But now it's like, okay, that's cool. We have that, but we need new people to hear, people who've never known us, people who have no idea that me and him were in solitary detention all the time in high school. We needed new like people, someone who, we need these new fans, new ears, fresh ears. That was that.
I was actually going to say that. Yeah. That really sounded dumb.
Well, I sounded dumb for you, so.
The thing he was saying about, our friends listening to our music, of course our friends are going to listen to our music. They're our friends.
We support them on their endeavors too.
They're going to support us. We're going to support them no matter what. Now, our idea for, enlightenment is hopefully, we're not expecting to get signed mainstream right away.
Of course not, right.
We're just expecting to, just push our limits just beyond our friends, beyond just the rock genre. Like have, maybe even hip.
Just beyond everything we're used to.
Yeah,
we want to get out of the comfort zone.
Exactly.
The comfort zone must be destroyed now. That's the idea.
Yeah.
That's the whole idea of it.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
I did, because they were like kind of taking a little while.
I was lagging a little bit. I was struggling.
Gotcha, bro. I'm in the clutch, man.
My biggest thing was to have them explore different sounds and just, like they said, think outside the box, explore new territories. Like with the orchestral sounds, we used the orchestra on 2 songs. We experimented with different effects, like with different uses of delay and reverb, so it won't sound like a typical even rock record. I mean, it's totally not a pop punk record, but we just wanted it to have just a new feel, and I wanted them to experience that too, and just not fit into a box. Because the first EP, we kind of tucked it into a box. It had to sound a certain way, but with this one, we wanted to push the barriers down a little bit, and then hopefully continue to do that as we move forward.
Oh yeah.
The fact that they're all best friends, they have a chemistry and a vibe, and yes, that's right. And the first time I ever met them 2 years ago, you could feel it as soon as they walked in. They came in for a studio tour. They wanted to meet with me, and you could feel it right away. And I thought right away, okay, this is going to be awesome. They got the vibe down, and working with a 3-piece where everybody is really great friends, it makes my job a heck of a lot easier. And so. Yeah. Well, I want to basically take them under my wing and show them how to put on a good show, how to promote, how to carry themselves, how to present themselves live on stage, how to run their band like a business. Basically, I've been showing them a little bit of that already and hope to show them even more. We have this show coming up in my venue, the Satellite Room, and so that's step one in that direction. And so, and luckily things have started to fall in place a little bit. They're promoting really well, and thinking about this whole thing in business mode, and yeah.
It's a cool weird. You know, we're so used to just being in artist mode. So taking on, you know, that whole business side too, it's really maturing, and it really makes you
open your mind.
Yeah, but more than that, it really makes you appreciate the times you're just in a freaking room jamming.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, whenever you're like, you know, so it's cool, you know.
There's one thing, just, you know, picking up a guitar, having an amp, getting your buddies together, jamming in a room, thinking, oh yeah, we can make
We're
it.
gonna be the next.
We're gonna be the next big thing. But then there's you know, stuff people don't realize that, like, you know, 70% of being a musician isn't just writing good music.
Yeah.
It's a lot has to do with, you know, right time, right place. You know, who's managing the band. You know what shows you play at, how you distribute CDs, and what you wear,
yeah, I mean,
how you act on stage. I mean,
there's a whole other side.
It's just something
it's
that
area.
When I learned it, I was just like, well.
Yeah, playing music is a very small percentage of what you actually do.
Oh yeah, real talk. It's
Yeah.
crazy, but you know, we do it because we love it. You know.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, like, that's, you know, like, I'm in school, you know, taking my math test, and I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I'm really trying to take my math test, but like, I just like, dude, I wish I was playing this show. Oh, I need to go out and work on that song. Oh, I don't want to be here. You know, so that's what we love to do. So.
That's
Man, you know, I think that if anything, it's just so much more mature. It's cool, like, you know, because we all met on the first day of high school. I mean, straight up, it's like a bromance story. And like, first day of high school is when we met, and like, I mean, we've all seen each other at our best and our worst. And like, I mean, like, just to put it to you like this, I mean, just to even be sitting in this room right now, it's a blessing. And I mean, and that just shows the persistence and determination all of us have, because we've had a lot of setbacks. And, you know, we keep going and we keep doing it, and it's cool. You know, we've all just grown up so much over the years, and I think into people that young Nick, young Philip, and young Christian would be pretty proud of. So that's pretty cool. You know, we try to do it right.
I mean, just exactly, you know, the way he said, you know, the way we matured. I met Nick in 9th grade, as well as I met Christian. When me and Nick first met, I mean, I'd go to his house almost like 3 times a week. We'd sit in his room, small little PV amps, little
Fender frontmans.
Yeah, little amps, and we just sit there and just for hours watch Green Day documentaries and just
every single concert.
we just focus on what these guys are doing, and we just say, okay, let's write songs, and then from like then to now, we're actually we actually look back and we say, wow, man, our past us would be so proud of us.
Yeah.
Just because how much we've grown, you know. I mean, we're not using small amps anymore. We're using more expensive equipment. The way we just write music is just a little more mature. I mean, Christian became a good drummer in like two weeks.
Oh,
so
yeah, he was like Christian. Okay, this thing about Christian, he's a classically trained pianist.
Yeah.
And I somehow got him on the drums.
Somehow.
So, you know,
it was hard, man.
It was hard, and the thing is, he's an amazing pianist, but I feel like, you know, I love his vibe on the set. Whenever he just puts a beat down, like, especially for me on the bass, it's like all of our music, if you pay attention to the bass and the drums, I mean, like, every single time he's hitting something, I'm hitting a note. I mean, that's so, like, it's right then and there. I mean, we're so tight with that rhythm, and I mean, like, he just vibes, man. So it's pretty cool. Yeah.
From my standpoint, when I first met them, they were a very raw sounding pop punk band. They liked to play Green Day sounding songs. It was all loud, fast, singing 3 chords. And now they think more about song structure. They think more about dynamics, more mature lyrically, and just putting more thought into the songs instead of, we got 2 minutes and 3 chords over and over again. And so they're thinking about progression from beginning to end, and thinking about a flow, and it's just remarkable to see this in just 2 years.
Hope you like us.
Man, just thank you. I mean, like real talk. It's a blessing. I mean, you know, we really set out to do things that people will actually like and that we like, and you know, we just, you know, it's just crazy. I mean,
Yeah, if I was in a band with these guys and we had literally just 10 fans, that would honestly be enough for me. But the more the merrier.
yeah, of course, yeah.
No, I'm serious though. Just it's
Think before you talk.
for the new listeners to our music, for the new readers. Our band isn't about making money. Our band isn't about driving Lamborghinis and Ferraris down highways. It's really about us three being in a room together, jamming. Period. That's what we are. I mean, that's who we are. That's who we grew up to be.
Yeah, that was it. That's how we get away from the world.
Right. Continue to support local music.
Continue
Go to
to support
shows.
local music.
Go to shows wherever you are in the world. Go see the bands, buy their merchandise, buy their albums, and listen to their music.
Seriously, before EDM takes over the world.
And be sure to be on the lookout for Enlightenment.